What is up, Fiend fam? Welcome back for another video. As most of you know, I covered both the Pan America launch as well as the Harley 2021 reveal for their models, and it's been something I've been thinking about for a while now, and I've been wanting to talk about it. And while I am extremely excited for what the Pan America can mean for Harley and riders in general, there's actually something I'm even more excited about. So, if you ride a motorcycle or you own any type of performance vehicle, be it a car, a snowmobile, anything, the two easiest ways to get faster is to add more displacement, i.e. more horsepower and torque, or drop weight. So when the Pan America was first announced, what seems like forever ago, everybody and their cousin, myself included, thought it was probably going to be this big honking heavy pig. Well, Harley went to the drawing board and just really did their homework, and they took the Revolution Max engine and made it a stressed member of the frame. So it dropped the weight considerably on the bike. Now, hear me out on this. I know a lot of people aren't super crazy about the idea of a liquid-cooled bagger, but think of a road glide or a street glide or an ultra, but with a Revolution Max engine as a stressed member. A lot of people don't like baggers or don't want to ride a bagger because of the weight. You know, they're not light bikes. I mean, depending on which manufacturer you go with and what model you go with, you're talking about, you know, 800, 850, 900 pounds or more even. What if you could have a street bob, I'm sorry, scratch that, a street glide, road glide, or ultra that weighs in around 600, 650 pounds? And then add into that the extra power that the Revolution Max engine makes over the Milwaukee 8. I mean, I've got a 114 in my Lowrider S, and the Revolution Max at its configuration that's in the Pan America makes considerably more power and torque. Higher top speed and everything. So imagine that. Now again, I know that a lot of people aren't huge fans of liquid cooled engines, and I'm always wary of generation 1 of anything. You know, I kind of like to wait until version 2.0 or 3.0 to let manufacturers, no matter what it is, whether it's you know, an engine, a vehicle, piece of software, whatever, to see how it works out. But I will tell you right now, I think that if they do that, they will bring a lot more people into the family, or at least have people giving them looks, which they didn't in the past. I can't tell you the number of people, motovloggers included, who have, you know, cried out for Harley to make a performance bagger, you know, from the factory. A lot of people, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a big fan of making it your own, and, you know, doing your own styling cues, and doing things with, you know, Screaming Eagle stage 1, 2, 3, and 4. But what if it came from the factory and the majority of people didn't have to mess with it performance-wise? I mean, you certainly could if you wanted to. Knowing Harley, you know they're going to have upgrades, you know, for it. But what if it already came in a lighter package, a considerably lighter package, with quite a bit more power? Now, this is just me spitballing. I have no idea what Harley's going to do. I don't have it on any authority that this is something they've ever even considered or anything like that, but I have said in the past that the Revolution Max engine is their future. You know, liquid cooling is the way things are going. Unless you have an older bike that's grandfathered in, you know, it's going to get to the point where you're not going to be able to purchase a bike that isn't liquid cooled because of changing emission standards. As much as we may not like it, that's just where things are. That's where they're heading. And I don't know about you all, but I will take a liquid cooled internal combustion engine all day and twice on Sundays before I go to an electric, which is where eventually everything's going to be headed. I think it's a ways off though, because distance and charging time is just not there yet. When I can buy an electric motorcycle that will get me about the same amount of range that I can get out of a 5-gallon or a 6-gallon Harley tank, and I can charge it up in about the same amount of time that it would take me to fill up a tank with gas, or even twice that, let's say, maybe even 3 times that, you know, we'll say 15 minutes, then even a half an hour, heck, for that matter, until it gets to that point, I'm not going to touch it. Once it does, I will seriously consider it, because I don't know about you all, but when my tank's ready for some fuel, I'm probably already ready for a break to stretch my legs. So, well, back to the topic at hand. What do you all think about that? Is this something that you would consider? Would you absolutely not consider it simply because it's liquid cooled? Is it something that you would consider after, you know, a couple of years of it being on the market, and, you know, the aftermarket kind of getting their paws on it, and Harley doing what they're going to do with it, and making sure that it's a good engine? At the end of the day, Harley has to do something. They're being beaten to the punch by just about every other manufacturer out there. You know, granted, okay, the new Chief is not a touring bike per se, but it's in my personal opinion, as an owner of an M8 Softail, I think it offers a lot more than the Softail does for around about the same price, if not less. I mean, yeah, we have the outlier of the new Street Bob with the 114 in it, but you've got those new Indians that come with ABS, they come with traction control, rider modes, dash, you know, albeit small and round, but a dash that can be made to look analog, or you can have it with your GPS in there. and all that stuff. So, and speaking of which, I am a firm believer that any person that purchases a motorcycle with any extra rider aids or doodads should be able to turn them off. They should be able, with a press of a couple of buttons, they should be able to turn them off. That being said, I don't believe that anybody in their right mind should not want ABS, should not want traction control, especially cornering traction control. Dan the Fireman did a video some time ago about a gentleman on a BMW GS 1250, and he took a turn and hit a patch of black ice, and he was literally inches from the low side, and from out of nowhere that traction control and all that pulled him out of it, and he was able to right things. Now, if he was on a regular bike with no ABS, no traction control, he definitely was going down. I'll go ahead and find the video and put the link in the description to it. Go check it out. It really blew my mind when I saw it. I mean, I've only ever had used my ABS once, and that was on my first Iron 883, but I tell you what, it saved my bacon. It made me a believer. Now, I actually wish that those were things that came standard, but you know, we'll take what we can get. So let me know down in the comments below. What do you think? Would a lower weight, higher powered liquid cooled bagger be something you would consider? You know, tell me what your thoughts are. Tell me why you would consider it, and if you wouldn't consider it, tell me why you wouldn't. You know, I respect everybody's opinions, and I certainly see the pluses and minuses for both, but I'm interested in what you all have to say. Speaking of which, we're almost to 250 subscribers. Again, thank you to each and every one of you who's taken the time to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, leave a comment, you know, share with your friends. Just really blown away by the love that you've shown the Throttle Fiend channel. And as I always say in every video, the more that the channel does, the more the Fiend fam can do. So as always, stay shiny side up. Throttle Fiend out.